Welcome to Kindred, hosted by me, Kate, and my sister, Jen. In this podcast, we explore our human relationship to animals and nature. The abrupt human disconnect created by the pandemic, like for many of us, turned my world and business, Otis and Rude dog collars, upside down. But it also emphasized the critical need in myself and others to reconnect to animals and nature for our overall well-being.
Join us every week as we interview scientists, conservationists, animal advocates, authors, and many others.
In connecting to our world, we also connect to compassion, empathy, and understanding. How can we see ourselves as not separate from animals and nature, but as a part of an active ecosystem? Hello and welcome to Kindred, everyone. Hello, sister. How are you today?
Hello, I'm warm, but well, yes.
Oh, so warm.
Warm, but well.
Summer in the Northeast. Little damp. A bit moist in some areas. Sorry to use that word, everyone, but that's just
you might
the
have
human
to put a
experience.
Trigger warning on that one.
Sorry, trigger warning.
Yeah.
We use the word moist. So today we're going to do this episode a little differently. This is our last episode of season number 1, and we have with us joining us Kat Gaddy, the producer extraordinaire of our Kindred podcast, is going to join us. So you'll hear a little bit of Kat. I'll introduce her in a second. And then we are having live with us Ellie Grace, who created our music. And later we will hear a pre-recorded little snippet of our niece, Lindsay Coffin, who did our Kindred artwork. Sadly, she can't be with us in person today. She's fine, living in New York City all as well, but we'll talk to her also about the process of creating the artwork and hear a few of her thoughts about that. So we aren't going to do any highlights today. We're just going to kind of jump right into this. And so I just want to introduce actually Miss Kat Gaddy, who is, we call her the wizard behind the green curtain. Hi, Kat.
Hey, everybody. How's everyone doing?
We're good. We're really good.
Same.
And then Miss Ellie Grace, welcome to our last episode. And we kind of feel like you're part of the roots of it too, because you always kick us off every episode. So you're with us in spirit often. So thanks for joining us today.
I'm so glad to be here. I've been a fan of Kate and Jen for many years and was just so overjoyed when I heard that Kate was envisioning and starting this podcast that is very, not to use the word too much, but a very kindred to my approach to the world and my sense of being in this crazy place.
You're definitely kin in our hearts. So thanks so much for being here today. And I just want to thank you for giving us this tune that you created. And it hits us right in the heart every time we hear it. It's so packed with kindness and pause and empathy. But tell us how you wrote the tune. How did it come to you? Tell us the story.
Well, you first reached out to me. I don't even remember when. I feel like it was a long process. And I kept being like, yes, my heart is with you. I want to do this, but I'm not sure I can. I usually write music with lyrics. I doubt my ability, even though this feels so deeply connected to my way of connecting with the world, the purpose of my music. Like, this is it. Every description you gave me, I was like, yes. And I continued to avoid actually touching an instrument and just sort of let it percolate inside me. one of the things I'm strongly connected to is water and rivers, and you had brought that up as something to incorporate into the music. So I was thinking about that a lot. And at the same time, my partner and I had been trying to start a family for 3 years, and were deep into the the deepest part of the process.
Yeah.
And at the same time, our longtime best friend, beloved, how do you even describe the relationship with these beings that we're lucky enough to share our lives with? Our dog Wally was getting very sick, and so all of this was swirling around me, kind of this circle of life and love and loss, and eventually I touched an instrument, picked up the mandolin, and one of the beautiful things with Wally and our connection is that for whatever reason, he loved the mandolin, and whenever I would teach a mandolin lesson, he would come from wherever he was in the house, and he would curl up often on my student's mandolin case with his chin on it, and he would look back and forth and watch both of us, and then he would fall asleep. Eventually, when I started playing the mandolin, he would fall asleep as close to me as he could. So
Good boy.
best guy in the world.
Good guy, Wally.
So I was just looking back at my voice memos on my phone, and on March 2nd, we had just found out I was pregnant. I was about 8 weeks pregnant then, and Wally was really struggling. So I was sitting with him with this knowledge that we may be saying goodbye to him soon, and this knowledge of the new life that we were growing. The thing I had feared most, and the thing I had longed for most, sitting with me and my mandolin. And I just started playing, and this song tune just kind of percolated out, and I didn't know if it was what you were looking for, but I played it over and over. I have a bunch of recordings of it. And I finally took Wally out to the back porch. We sat in the sun together, and on my computer I opened GarageBand, and I just recorded it with him snuggled up next to me, and then I put it away, and I didn't send it to you. And I just held it. I didn't know. I had no concept from the outside of what it was. I knew what I had experienced, but I didn't know what it carried out into the world. And we lost Wally a few weeks later. And you reached out to me with lots of love and support. And I said, I was just playing with this. I'm going to send it to you, but I don't have the heart to make music right now. You need to find someone else. I'm with you in deep care for your project, but I don't think Wally was a big part of my music. Having an open heart is the biggest part of my music, and I just wasn't ready to go there. So I sent it off to you and was like, I'm sad I won't be part of your process, but bye.
Set my heart so it doesn't have to hurt anymore, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
When we heard it, I just immediately knew it was absolutely perfect for us. It's exactly what I had envisioned when you and your heart embody so much of the energy that we're looking for with Kindred. And
the alchemical process was bigger than you and bigger than us. And, you know, that's seems like when music works is when it just flows from that part, which is what I feel like exactly happened here.
Everything I was holding at that moment are the kind of the great teachers in my life of what it is to experience truly unguarded love.
Mm-hmm.
With no self-protection, no walls up. Like, what is it like to truly open your heart in a complete way?
Thank you so much, Ellie, for being here. Thank you for that tune that is just infused with all of the beautiful things of you and your life in that moment. So thanks for joining us, Ellie, and thank you again for your music.
Thank you all.
How amazing is Ellie Grace? She is just what I like to call our songbird, and so grateful to her and her just beautiful way of feeling this world out and being in this world. And the fact that that really was such an intimate, very private moment that she had when she finally played that tune that finally kind of came out. And then for her to hand that over to us is, it feels like a big deal to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a gift.
And I feel like she is, she's as empathetic and connected to herself as she is. She's also incredibly good at articulating that so other people can get a window into that. Yeah. And that's a rare gift, I think. And she just really is a very deeply thoughtful, and she's able to be honest in ways that I think other people can understand exactly what she's talking about because she can articulate it so well. Like, I don't know.
She's accessible.
She's just very accessible. And so for her to share that story with us and to be willing to share that is a huge gift. Yeah. And the music. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you, Ellie Grace. And now, like I said before, Lindsay Coffin, who did our artwork, is not able to be with us live today. But I did have a quick conversation with her, and we're going to talk a little bit about, you'll hear her talk a little bit about her process for the artwork. And so here's a little bit of that conversation. Hello, niece.
Hello, aunt.
How are you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good,
Yeah.
Living life to the fullest.
The artist life in New York City, up there, doing your thing. So we just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the process and just the incredible artwork that you did. We love it so, so much. And, you and I had talked about it feeling a bit like living art, especially when you see the original that I have. And I feel like the animals combined with the colors that we chose gave it, I feel like, a more sentient feel.
Definitely.
And what was it like? What's it like for you to create the artwork?
Drawing has become kind of more meditative for me recently, more and more. And honestly, it has been my whole life, but I never really saw it that way up until recently. And, especially when there's the stippling, when you're stippling, it is, there's a lot of focus that goes into each dot, but it's also random. And it was interesting because I would kind of get into this headspace of thinking about what the podcast was about, and and then you and Jen, and, how your energy was and everything. And then these animals just kind of popped out. And I really think that what we ended up creating was so perfect. It was interesting because it felt like the animals came alive out of the paper.
Well, we felt the same way. And Kat will agree with this, where it was, every time I would send, and Jen too, you gave it to us in bits, and we did each section separately, right? And so you would send the elephant, it just was blown away. And then I think you did the wolf, and then you did the stag and the lion. And it just was this incredible, it really did feel like that for me too, that you would just go into this zone and all of a sudden, like within half an hour, you had just created this image with this incredible energy, with the colors and just, I think, the animals we chose too, but that really did come through. It really came through.
But when you're creating art, whether it's like, music or you're writing or whatever it is, it's basically meditating. It's going into like a different headspace, and just, it's a combination of being incredibly focused and not focused at all.
Yeah, interesting. I'm sure a lot of artists can relate to that. And I think that's part of, everyone, I think, has their own specific experience of their creative process. Mm-hmm. And I love what you said too about how you thought about Jen and I and the energy of the podcast and what it was all about. And I really do feel like we all feel like it is charged. The images are charged with that energy that you put into it, and it just makes it extra special.
And something that was interesting is each animal was slightly different. The what I was thinking of and the energy that I was getting from was kind of different for each animal.
Yeah.
Like if you look at the elephant, it has very different energy from the wolf or the stag or the dogs and the cat and you guys. Like it's very different for each one.
We are still obsessed with the art, and we so appreciate it.
And thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to do that. I honestly love working with people. I mean, of course I love working on my own art, but it's always great to create something for somebody else that they really love. Just
you being our niece too makes it just sort of extra special, and that sort of kindred sort of spirit. So, all right, honey, love you lots.
All right, love you too.
All right, we'll talk soon. So that was a fun conversation that I had with Lindsay. I know you weren't able to be there, but Jen or Kat, but it was a really sweet process for me as well, because she is our niece and we love her very much. And, to have her be a part of the Kindred podcast is, of course, feels obvious. She's family. Mm-hmm. But she's also incredibly talented.
I know.
The kind of artwork that she did for us is called stippling. And I think that's the other kind of cool part of it is stippling is just a series of dots. And there are lines in the artwork, but it is mostly dots. So for her to be using all these dots with all the different colors and seeing the image emerge and then the energy of the animal come through is incredible. So what a great.
And that was so important to you too, is to have the animals and their energy come through.
Yeah. Yeah, Kat, I agree. It was a really fun process. And every time she sent a new animal, I was like, holy shit, like all over again, like, wow, like every single time. And then when she did Jen and I, people were like, that kind of looks like you and Jen. And then putting little Ruru there and our dogs and, past and present, and then the beautiful mountains and then little owl in the trees. It just was incredible. Yeah. And it was a 4 to 6 month long process, which I thoroughly enjoyed. And Lindsay was so patient because I had a vision and she was just able to like really listen. Mm-hmm. And working with her was such a joy. And she's just so easy to work with. So if you guys want to find out more about Lindsay's artwork, she does post sometimes on Instagram. It's at Coffin Lindsay, and that is COFFINLINDSAY. And Ellie Grace, you can find. She is also on Instagram as Ranger Ellie, and she has you can connect with her through that. You can find her website and details there. And she does different programs. She has CDs out, so you can buy her music. And she's an incredible, both are just incredible artists, and we're so grateful to have worked with them.
We'll put all their info too on the kindredpodcast.co website. So
kindredpodcast.co website.
Go check it out.
Check it out.
Nice to have someone
Go check it out.
say that just rolls off the tongue, not like myself. I'm learning all that still at the very end of our first season. So on that note, I also just kind of want to just talk about what's coming up. We are looking to launch season 2 sometime in September. Season 2, woo woo! And yeah,
September is like 1 second.
1 second away. So hey, take a breather. Go take a nap. We'll see you back here in about
Go
5 minutes.
Go take a swim in the ocean.
Exactly.
Hashtag Blue Mind.
Hashtag Blue Mind.
Exactly.
Go hug your dog a little more. All of those things. I'm boom, 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 throwing all of our
I know now.
our interviews.
Go find some nebula rays to swim with.
Right? Go trap some cats. Go hug some ponies. Go teach your kids some cool stuff outdoors. I mean, I don't know. The list goes on. So look for us sometime in December.
December.
Whoa, fortuitous.
She just gave us 3 more months.
September. Take that back. In September. But we will be dropping a couple little things here and there in the meantime, and letting you know when the actual date. We are also over the summer going to be working on our merch shop on the website and looking to offer. I'm going to bring over an Otis and Rue dog collar and a bandana. And we're going to look into doing t-shirts with Lindsay's amazing artwork. We are going to look into doing prints of the artwork.
Cool.
And more.
Wait, there's more.
Watch. I can't say watch.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. We will be also updating our website. And you can find all the good information there. We will give you a heads up when we are launching season 2. And just again, thank you so much to Ellie for the music. Thank you so much for Lindsay for the artwork. Thank you, Kat, Wing 1. Thank you, Jen, Wing 2. And we send you guys so much love. Get out there and reconnect to the animals and nature in your way and in your area. And we will see you back soon. Lots of love, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Kindred is hosted by me and my sister Jen. Produced by Kat Gaddy and myself. Sound production and editing by Dan Cooper. Original music by Ellie Grace. And our Kindred artwork was created by Lindsay Coffin. Please subscribe, rate, and review wherever you listen to podcasts. And feel free to contact us through our website, kindredpodcast.co, where you can also find all our links to our socials and Patreon page.